is going on, guys? It's your boy Seso here, bringing us a Photoshop / Cinema4D tutorial. Yes, another 3D video. You probably saw what we're going to be doing. The finalization of today's video. We're going to be doing like the banner wise and like the beginning intro thing. I thought it was pretty cool to do that. So anyway, you probably saw that. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a tropical / like summer themed banner / header. The original idea came from when I was going on vacation last week, and I just went on and I went into Cinema4D. I wanted to do something 3D, and I just did something for my friend Sorwiz, one of my good friends. You can see what I did here. It's just a very cool little like tropical themed banner. It's just a very nice theme for summertime, I think. And you can see just some simple leaves here. I probably could have picked like better, like not like autumn leaves, more of like a tropical leaves. But that's what I just found when I typed in Google tropical leaves. You can see that here with a simple, nice little background of a beach and a ocean right here, and then just very, very simple text. What I just put on overlay, and then just this nice little I guess professional text, I guess you can say, with a nice little simple little light bar on there, and then some particles to finalize it, and then some lights on the outside, of course, to like, you know, focus all the attention in the middle. So with that being said, it was a very, very simple banner to do. The whole thing was just basically like the CC work, and then just like keeping everything as clean, as crisp as possible. So it's a very, very simple thing to do. So right away, in the description below will be the Lightroom today's video, so you can be like, you can use my Lightroom that I'm using right now, which works pretty good with this kind of style. Along with these, the materials I'm going to be using will probably be in the 200 like secret download pack. So if you guys want to, of course, leave a like. Of course, 200 likes on this video, you can see it down below. We'll probably put the materials in there, as well as the leaves we're going to be using in today's video, or just like the two of them. I'm not going to use all of them, but the ones I used in the Wiz banner I did will be in this in the description below as well, just in case you want to use these. And then the whole part of the thing is this: you don't have to use mine, of course. You can go ahead and type in Google, like I said. If you guys know any like leaves name, like tropical leaf names, you can just do that, type it in, or just type tropical leaves in Google, and then you can just pretty much find a cool little vector plate or just some leaves from like a picture. And I got this from what I typed in. You can see the ones I used was this one, and this one. I pretty much just like pen tooled it out and then just use it for Cinema4D as an AI. The same exact way you would pen tool out your logo to use for Extrude NURBS and make it 3D and such. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, in Cinema4D, basically an AI is basically like an outline you do in like Photoshop, and you can pretty much just, I'll show you guys in a second. Just like look right here. So I'm gonna like quickly, just really quickly pen tool, let's just say this out. So I'm penciling out this leaf. And of course, using the pen tool, you can click and drag to make, you know, longer curves for extended points. Once you click and you drag out, you'll see the extended points come out. You can hold Control to actually move the pen tool points, just like so. Very, very simple thing to do. You don't have to move it with, like, you know, if I clicked and dragged, and if I want to try to like move it perfectly here, I can pretty much just click, let go, hold Control, fix this over here, fix this over there. You can hold Control with the extended points, and then pretty much you would just go all the way around. I'm just gonna do this really quickly. I'm not even gonna actually finish it. I'm just gonna like say I'm going all the way around, but I'm not trying to waste your guys' time here. Let's say I went all the way around nice and perfect. I did it all nice and cool. I have the leaf here, and let's just say right now this is the leaf that I did. So pretty much all you have to do is when you do this, and of course this is what you do as well for your logo to actually make it an AI path for your logo as well, unless like the logo creator made one for you, which I would advise you to, if you got your logo from someone else, ask for the AI file and a 3D AI file. And all pretty much you got to do is go to File, Export, Path to Illustrator, Paths, drop down work path, you press OK, and then pretty much you just name it leaf number 1, leaf number 2, whatever you want to name it, tropical leaf, like cool tropical leaf, whatever. Make a folder for all your leaf AIs, and then pretty much when you drag that file into Cinema4D, it'll leave you with a AI file just like so. And if you have multiple AI files, just in case you had multiple like little like just multiple, how do you call it, just things, if you have multiple little AI files here, you can just shift click on all of them, right click, and then connect objects plus delete. But that's if you have like one group of them. So if one group made one leaf, you would want to do this, so that's really easy for you to actually put an Extrude NURBS on it. Pretty much that's all you really have to know with the whole entire leaf like thing, and then as well as your logo. And after that, you're ready to go. So I'm done talking. Let's get to the tutorial now. We're gonna go ahead and go back to our Cinema4D tutorial tab here, and I'm gonna make our logo 3D really quickly. So you guys know this part. If you haven't watched any of my 3D videos, all you have to do is hold Alt when you click on your AI file on your logo, and you can pretty much just go click on your Extrude NURBS tab or your NURBS tab, and when you click on Extrude NURBS, and if you hold Alt, it'll put it on your logo AI automatically. And pretty much you want to go to our movement here. We're just gonna type this in. We're gonna put 60 in. And with this as well, that's pretty much all we got to do for this one. We're going to make a duplicate of this one. So we're going to press Control-C, Control-V to make a duplicate. And we're going to go to caps, fill a cap for both of these start and end points. And I'm going to change the steps and radius all to 1 for both of the fill caps. And pretty much we click on the Extrude NURBS again. that's the duplicate one. We're going to go to Object and change it from 60 to about 30, or I'll say actually 45. And we're just going to rotate the camera with this little thing over here on the top right. And we're just going to move it with the blue arrow just so it's like kind of even. And basically all I wanted was a simple little like kind of like a outline, but a cool little outline, just a little character on my my logo here, so it's not just plain. So there we go. That's the logo part. Now we're gonna go back into the leaf part, and this is where you can see yourself getting a little bit lost. Not really lost. It's just a very simple thing to do. Is actually so. All I gotta do, I'm just gonna use the middle one for now. We're just gonna hide those from the camera, and I'm gonna do the same thing as before with the logo. We're gonna go ahead and just hold Alt on this leaf AI. I'm going to click Extrude NURBS here. We are going to go ahead and go to Movement, and we're going to type in about, so I'll say 30 on the movement last one here. And we will go ahead and just go to Caps, fill a cap. We're going to smoothen out these edges a little bit, and we're going to put it to 1 as well as all the other ones. And then pretty much, this is where you would start getting, like you're putting in your distort. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Bend tab, I call it. And we're going to go ahead and just go to, we can go to Bend, we can go to Twist. I'll say I'll do Twist first. So pretty much all you gotta do is just drag your distort effects tab, I guess. You want to drag anything from here you want to use. I would use either Bend, Twist, maybe not Melt, Bend, Twist, Shear, Wrap would work possibly. Just things you would see like yourself like physically thinking what a leaf would do. I would think a leaf would twist, I would think a leaf would bend, and pretty much you just take that and you drag it below your AI, and you'll see my twist should be down here. Yep, because my AI is up there. I'll just move my box up here. Either way, I'll just make my box a little bit bigger. And now within this box here, I'm just going to zoom in again. We're going to click on the Twist tab. We're going to go to where it says Mode Within Box. And we're going to change our angle, and we're just going to twist our leaf just like so. Pretty much you just want to leave it like you want to do it too much, because you see myself, if I do it too much, you'll start getting the polygon twist, and it'll just look very, very disgusting. So I'll just keep it nice and simple. So I will use Twist. I'm gonna use Bend as well. Why not? We're gonna drag this box up really quickly, just like so. Oh, make it a little bit bigger, and then we'll drag that box down there, just like so. And then we'll make sure to change the Mode Within Box, and we'll change the strength and the angle possibly. And there we go. So if you see your leaf, sometimes this leaf is pretty good when I put some distorts on it, but some of these right here do not work as well if I put these little distorts on it. So if you want to click on your Extrude NURBS tab, or your leaf that's in the Extrude NURBS tab, so your AI that's in there, if you want to change your points where it says natural, or if yours is adaptive, I think yours might be adaptive, change yours to natural. So if I change my back to adaptive, you'll see these twists. I actually changed it beforehand, I didn't notice, but you see these twists and stuff, the bends I did. If yours looks like this, it's because you have to click on your AI and go to your immediate points and just change it to natural. It'll keep it smooth and a lot better. So I didn't do that. I forgot to tell you guys that. I did it in the beginning, so I didn't have to run into it, but that's a really big point. So pretty much, once you're done with this, we can pretty much just go ahead and just copy this right here, go back to the window and where your logo is, and pretty much just paste it. And you can see we can just go ahead and downscale it with the scale tab right here, and I'll just lower it just a little bit, why not? And then we will move it with the arrows. And this is where you would pretty much go about this and just twist it and put it where you would think it would work. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. Just try and see where I want this one. I can say I'll put this one back here. Also, before I do that, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to group this together with holding Alt-G to group this, and I'm going to call this logo. And I'm going to go ahead, before I do anything crazy, I'm going to make sure I give my logo a cool little, like a turn, I guess. I'll say, I'm going to drag this down a little bit with the little axis point here. I'm going to drag it to the middle, and I'm going to unclick it. Now I'm going to go to the rotation tool, and I'm going to just give it a nice little turn right there. Just like a nice little simple little angle, so you can see my logo in a better angle. Or just a cooler angle, not so straight on. Now I'll go ahead and just mess around with these leaves. And I'll put one here, why not? And I'm just going to hold Alt. And if I click on this rotation tool, if I hold, no, not hold, hold Alt, Control to make a duplicate, just when I rotate it just like so. And I can drag this one over as well now. And we'll go ahead and do that. Let's just say that'll work. And yeah, that'll work for now. Hold Control again, rotate it with the rotation tool. And we'll put another one Maybe like down here. I guess that'll work. That's just fine for now. So those are done. We can just group these together. Oops. We can just group these together. Oh yeah, that was right. Okay, so group them with Alt-G, and we'll call this Leaves 1, and we'll go back to the Windows tab, go back to the Leaves, and pretty much what we can do now is pretty much just copy these. So we're going to control-click on both of these twists and bends, copy them, and we'll go ahead and just leave that as it is, and we'll unhide this one, and we'll use this leaf now. And we will go ahead and do the same thing for this one. So, click on it, hold Alt, go to Extrude NURBS, and pretty much this already have the bend and twist already there. For some reason, this is looking weird. Do I want to close it? Yeah, we want to close the spline. So if yours did that as well, you just want to make sure you have closed spline selected. That way it closes it and it's nice all filled. Anyway, Control V to bring back these twist and bend. We'll drag it below this AI here. And pretty much, we want to make sure that this is within the box. We got to put it within the box. Just like so, and we might have to make these boxes a little bit bigger for this leaf, and that'll work. We got to make sure we change our leaf to natural so we get these smooth curves to it. That'll work. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you can also change the settings if you want, so it's not the same as the other ones. I can put that one like there. I can put my bend strength a little bit, and probably like my angle different. If I wanted to, copy this one, paste it within the Lightroom here. And we'll shrink this down, and we'll drag this over here. And by the way, I'm not utilizing my camera as I should. Once you're in this Lightroom here, I have a camera here. If you select it when it's not white box, you can move this one freely. So this is what I want to do. I want to move this freely. That way, when I go back to click where my angle, like where I want my final angle to be, I'll click back on this, and you'll see it goes right back to where I want it. So I'm gonna make sure I get this all right where I want it. And then I'll just click out of this. That way when I free cam it, it won't mess that up. So I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this a little bit. So yeah, this part is a little bit tedious and probably a little bit longer. I don't probably got to show you the entire thing, but I want to make sure I show you guys enough. That way you guys know what you're trying to do here. And pretty much, let's see. I'll zoom that in. We're just trying to put some leaves in some cooler spots. This is blech right now. We don't want to make it. We don't want to make it go through the logo. That way it doesn't look too real. That looks pretty good right there. I'll rotate it, hold Control, and we'll drag one and we'll put it on the other side. Why not? Like on this side maybe. And let's just see what it looks like on this angle. We'll put it down a little bit. Out. That right there is fine. And we'll just do one more just for good measure. I'll save that right now as it is. And we'll just do the same thing here. So we'll hide this one, and we'll unhide this one. And pretty much what we're going to do is hold Alt, click on the Extrude NURBS tab, Control V, Control click on these, or Control C on these, Control V, and then bring this down here, and then fix the box so it's within the leaf here. And that'll work for now. Just trying to go a little bit more faster. And make sure, like I said, if yours looks like this, it's because you have to click on the AI and change it to normal, or not natural. And it'll look a little bit better than what it looked like before. But this leaf, there we go. That'll be fine. Control C, go back to here, Control V. And pretty much, we will be done with that. There we go. And this is where I'm just going to add the materials after this, and we'll pretty much be done with that. And we'll render it out and make it look all cool. And possibly before I leave to Photoshop, I'm probably going to fix the leaf so it looks a little bit more better, or a little more natural, a little bit more cooler maybe. I want to put one above the logo as well. So I'm going to do that as well. So let's see here. We'll put it like that maybe. That'll work for now. Yeah, that'll work for now. Anyway, rotate it again with holding Control, duplicate it, and then we'll drag it down here as well, rotate it again, and then pretty much what I want to do to colorize them is I'll just go ahead. I don't know why this one looks like that. That looks so dumb. Maybe I'll just make it smaller and put it through it. And like so. Uh-oh. And something like that. Why not? I can fix that later. Pretty much, there it is. And what I'll do is, since I have all these leaves in groups, well, I should, and I'll just group these right here. Or no, this one, I only made it one of the autumn leaves. That's fine, whatever. Cool, make that leaf 2. And this is the leaf 3, of course. And what I'll do is just take the materials that I have here, I'll just throw those on, like so. And what I'll do is make sure I click on all these, control click on all these, and go to projection, change it from UV and mapping to cubic and seamless. And then pretty much for my outline of the logo, I want to put it, I think it's this one is the outline, right? Yep, and this is the base that I want to do, like so. And then pretty much I can just change the color to whatever color I want. I'll keep purple for now, it doesn't really matter. And I'll go ahead, cubic, seamless, and that'll be the render for the whole like Photoshop thing where I'm moving on to Photoshop. So pretty much I'm gonna fix this a little bit. I'm gonna make my leaves a little bit more cooler where I want where I kind of like really want them. I'll render it out, and we'll see you guys in the second part, in the Photoshop part. We'll see right after this. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Alright guys, I pretty much just finished the render off. I added a couple little more leaves. I just put them on like above like the focus of the logo, and I kind of just went with it. That's pretty much good as I got it, and I just rendered it out just like so. And this is the render I got. Looks pretty good. I probably could have like focused a little bit more on making sure the twist wasn't too much on the leaves, but that was just because I was kind of like going through the tutorial. So you know, make sure you like trial and error. Make sure you like render it as many times as you want. That's pretty good. It's alright. It doesn't bother me too much. Kind of gives it like a little leaf texture if I want to like, you know, make myself feel better. But it's pretty good for now. I already went on and applied it inside Photoshop, and I pretty much just found a picture that almost I found the same exact picture actually, just simply typing in tropical vacation beach in Google search just to find a nice little picture to use. You can see that right here. I literally just typed that in, and I got this. And I found, I think I just clicked on like one of these pictures, and I just got this. It's pretty good. I don't know, wallpaper craft. I don't know if that's like a place to go for this kind of stuff, but I went for it, and I just got this cool little picture. That's pretty good for me. So we can do the same exact thing if you wish. Anyway, let's get going on the Photoshop part. We put this nice little CC to work, and I render to work now. So yeah, I kind of like want to say use like a cool little tropical themed beach, like, you know, vacation picture, just so it can like match around with the render a lot more better. And it kind of looks like almost the tones of color like the same as well, with like little cool little the beach, you know, ocean water and such. So just make sure you guys, you know, choose your picture wisely. Anyway, pretty much all we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with our picture here, and we're gonna make sure we apply that denoise, our freaking amazing Topaz Labs Denoise 5 onto this thing. You can see here what it looks like without the overall strength, and we put the strength on. It kind of smoothens everything out. It looks a lot better. So I'm gonna press OK on that, and I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys what it does. You can see that there. It just makes everything look really, like, very smooth rather than very pixelated. That's my favorite thing about Denoise 5. So if you guys wanna, you know, go ahead and get that yourself, I would say to do so like 500 times. Anyway, pretty much right now I'm gonna double click on my my logo here that we just have, or the render here, and I'm gonna click on gradient overlay and put a simple gradient overlay with soft light with maybe like 50 opacity. I'm gonna just change this black to like a more of a grayer tone. There we go. That's pretty good. And just a simple drop shadow as well, like zero distance, and just messing around with my size a little bit, just to pull the logo out of the picture a little bit more. And I'm gonna lower my opacity down as well. And I'll say about 25 is okay for me. Alright, cool. So I kind of just want to pull my picture out of the, or pull my render out of the picture a little bit more. That way you can kind of like, you know, just automatically see the logo and such, and not have to like strain your eyes to see it or whatever it may be. I think that's pretty good for now. So yeah, we're gonna start off with the CC part, or like end off with the CC part right now. That's pretty much the entire banner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna start off with this cool little curve trick I found out like one of my first ever times designing. So I'm gonna click on curves here, my my adjustment layers right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just where it says RGB, I'm gonna click blue. And what we're gonna do here is gonna take this right top little point here, I'm going to drag it down to maybe like the second line, I think, so the second line up right here, and then the one to the left, we'll drag it up to the first line, or maybe a little bit higher, depends, yeah, just like maybe to the middle of the second and first line here, and you can see it gives it like a automatic warm temperature CC, like what is it called, like what is it, Saphira, I don't know, like please comment down below what I'm looking for, like the Instagram like very warm texture, or not texture, warm CC adjustment. But it looks very good on this type of banner. So if you want to start off with this curve, I would suggest you guys to do so. I'm gonna lower my opacity down maybe like 75 or so though. That way you can see here, it kind of just already gives it that tone of like warm summer feeling. So now I'm just going to continue on going with some brightness and contrast. And of course, you don't have to follow my exact settings. Of course, you really can't actually. It's all trial and error and just trying to see what kind of works and whatnot. So I'm just going to mess around my contrast and brightness. I think that's okay. Why not, right? That looks pretty good. All right, cool. So at any moment you feel like you're losing focus of like your render and like how it like almost like kind of bleeds into the banner itself, or the picture you're using for the banner, just go ahead and just simply take a new layer, nice soft brush with a white foreground color, and you just want to go ahead and just click on the top of the logo, and then just lower the opacity down maybe like, I don't know, 60 or so maybe. Would that work? Yeah, looks pretty good. And then you can just continue going on just so you don't lose the focus of that logo there being there. So I'm just going to go and just maybe like curve. I'll use a curve for now, right now. That looks okay. Just a simple little curve. Of course, one of the main things as well is using a, what is it called? A photo filter. We're just going to put our density up to maybe like 50 for now. So what you want to do is you want to click on this color right here, and you just want to select anywhere between, like, I don't know what, usually you want to select what the color you have in like your background color, the background photo color. So blue would work for me pretty well. Purple is going to be working for me as well because my logo is purple, and it gives that nice even tone. It looks very, very good. And I don't know, you can just try around with all the other colors. I'm just flipping through the color spectrum right here. I kind of just want to use blue or purple. That looks really good as well. I used purple last time. I don't know, we'll try something. I think the blue looks okay. I would have to just lower the density down a bit. Actually, I want to use purple. Yeah, I like this kind of tone right there. Alright, cool. So, photo filter is one of the main things. You can see here, it gives it that very nice, just that warm feeling of that summertime, of course. So I'll put it down to maybe like 80 opacity. And pretty much, like, it's not all that crazy. Like, this is a simple, very simple steps for your CC and like your logo and your background just to blend really nice together. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this off really quick with like a new layer. Of course, with my focus light to make sure I focus all this attention in the middle. So a simple little border. What I did right there is just took my I clicked M on my keyboard for the rectangle marquee tool. Clicked and drag to make sure I select the entire canvas. I'm working in a Twitter header dimensions, which is 1500 by 500 pixels. You can see that here. I'm just working the Twitter header dimension just so I can, use this as a banner example here. I went on a new layer. I went to select modify border 3 pixels, and since my foreground is already white, I can just press Alt backspace to quick fill that little space in the border. And pretty much on this new layer, I want to change this to overlay. And I will go ahead now and lower the opacity down. Well, actually, I won't lower the opacity down. I'll just erase the parts that I don't wish that need too much crazy. Just like, I don't know, just like somewhere right there. Just give it a nice little cool little tone of like a cool little light right there. Pretty much all I'm going to do right now is just make another new layer. I'm going to use the rectangle marquee tool again. And I'm going to go ahead, take this. I'm going to take maybe white. Let's see what white looks like. What happens when I just flip through the layer styles of white? Will I like what comes out? That's not bad. Soft light, white. What was that? I can use like a black and white. That would be pretty cool to put it on color. I don't know. I guess soft light works pretty well. I can try using black, but I'll just use soft white for now. I'm just going to lower the opacity down to maybe like 50% maybe. Just so enough you can see it just a little bit. Maybe erase so there's not a straight edge. Alright, pretty much. Go ahead and just click. And I'll just type in Seso HQ with a very nice clean font. Next to bold works for me. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I change this to white. And pretty much all I'm going to do is just change the blend mode to overlay. And maybe, why not, I'll just put graphic designer on the bottom. And then we'll just change this to Nexo Light, excuse me. And lower this down. And pretty much, I got a pretty nice looking summer themed banner here, tropical little banner here. So I think this style is very good. I think it's very clean. It's a very cool style for, like, like I said, themed banner, like summer right now. Of course, it can just go on, and you can use this kind of like technique if you want to use like maybe like, I don't know, like any themed, like anything ever. I don't know, like leaves, like anything that's flat, you can use to like pen tool out. apply it to your logo, apply that to a background. I'm just hoping I teach you more than just a tropical thing. I hope I teach you like the techniques to actually use AI into Cinema4D using some of the blend modes, some of the distort modes, I mean, and like distort the AI as you wish, and then hopefully come out with something cool like this. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna end it off with a simple little soft light on the top, just to finish it all off, and I'm pretty much done. I like the outcome. It looks very clean. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know you guys really wanted this video, and I hope we keep this awesome streak going on. So don't forget, guys, 200 likes on this video equals a secret down below. I'll possibly, why not, just put like a nice cool little CC for you guys to use, a pre-made CC for you guys to use on this for your little, like, you know, this little theme right here. Why not, right? So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at SesoHQ, and also check out my selfie.com/SesoHQ for any pre-mades and packs as low as $5, including my everything pack. You can purchase for $30 and get everything in my store for free, and anything that comes out, not store for free, but everything in my store you get, especially everything that comes out, you'll get emailed to you for free. That way it's like a continuous, you know, bargain for your, you know, money that you use on the pack. So thank you guys so much. Just wait you out. Peace.